Like, there are 5 or 6 things that are going to happen this year that are going to blow your mind as players. And that makes me very happy. But I can't tell you what they are because we haven't picked which 5 or 6 yet.
What's good, survival veterans? Tino here, Italian pal and survival wannabe expert. This is the recap of yesterday's stream from Undead Labs itself in regard to State of Decay 2. They were also joined by, of course, Geoffrey Card, once again. This time also by, forget the name right, it was Henry Goffin, yeah right, one of the chefs from them. Chief, yeah, not chef, chef is the cook actually, talking nonsense. It's like a recap of the stream, January the 11th. Another thing that I wanted to point out, most of the stream, other than that, we're just reviewing the data, summarizing the data, the stats. So for example, what our favorite outfits were, the most played difficulty, the most used weapons, the most loved weapons and bounties and outfits, and you get the point. And also a couple of seconds every once in a while in the stream, Geoffrey staring or actually making weird faces to his capture card because it was kinda laggy and putting up some grimaces. So that was actually most of the stream. They were talking about right from the beginning that 2021 will be a huge and big year for State of Decay 2.
We've got an exciting year planned. We're going to be updating this game so much this year.
And it's actually great, and I'm very grateful, even though if I might have some days that I'm actually just ranting and flaming about the game or certain mechanics, but at the end of the day there's still humans sitting on the other side within the developer team, and I am very grateful for having a team like, or that there's a developer team in existence like Undead Labs that provides still constant updates, constant additions and patches for a 2.5-year-old game, because in the May of this year the game will be 3 years old. And yeah, Geoffrey said right from the beginning, bigger year, probably in my opinion, since they are very surprising and very motivated young developer team who actually listens to the community, to the consumers, to their players, and what we actually want, and who actually also reads their wish list and their support suggestions, recommendations from us, the community. So in May this year, the game will be 3 years old already. And they already did something like a anniversary patch, anniversary edition last year in May, update 17. So I think this year we'll be receiving something similar to that, but with my expertise, from my expertise and experience so far with Undead Labs and the game itself, because I've been playing, I'm a old school, a OG of Undead Labs in their games. I started with the classic State of Decay 1 in 2013, then I haven't touched it for like 1.5 years. In 2015 I bought the Yosi, the Year 1 Survival Edition. I was so addicted to the game, I played like 200 hours on the Xbox, 150 hours additionally to that on Steam, and I really enjoyed the game. But State of Decay 2 was a complete different step forward. I mean, yeah, maybe less campaign, but nonetheless they are still improving the game. Maybe still thinking about my number one wish, and it's not just my wish or my suggestion, so I'm not taking any patent for that or call myself the creator of that, no, not the creator, the father of the idea, but yeah, maybe adding new missions for a bigger diversity and new challenges, new experiences, new content for longevity for the game. Because, like I said before, Undead Labs is a very surprising team who's constantly coming up with new surprises. For example, Lethal Zone, the actual release date was, for me and many others that I talked to, for example Bundy, Congress's Prime, Krypton HD, other content creators, a sudden surprise because it came out of nowhere, I think on December the 3rd, December the 4th, something like that in the first few December days. And that was also something like in my opinion, I like to call it, and Jersey O, another content creator focused on State of Decay 2, likes to call them Choose Your Own Apocalypse 2.0, or I like to call it Choose Your Ultimate Apocalypse. Something like the Choose Your Own Apocalypse that they did back in 2019 when they introduced Nightmare Zone to the game with the patch. They did it once again with Lethal Zone. I think personally that they are done now with introducing new difficulties to the game, and or actual difficulty zones as they like to call it, because the only thing that they may do were some buffs and nerfs here and there, some tweaks to the actual difficulties. Nightmare Zone is close to being perfect in my opinion. it was increased, so Nightmare Zone itself got a buff with update 23, along with the introduction of, the release, of Lethal Zone. And now we will maybe get something like in my opinion, Juggernaut Edition 2.0, but maybe another package, another name, like State of Decay 2 Ultimate Edition or State of Decay 2. I think it already exists, so I'm talking nonsense. But State of Decay 2 Blackheart Edition, State of Decay 2 Blood Feral Edition, State of Decay, whatever, you name it, okay? Something along the lines like that. Just an idea that I had for the 3rd anniversary in this May. Just a thought. And since they said, especially Henry Goffin, I think that was his name, yeah, I think so, one of the heads of Undead Labs, who was also in the first 17 minutes of the stream, said that he has 5 or 6 huge ideas, not just 5 or 6 upcoming patches, but 5 or 6 huge, like, game changers.
Like, there are 5 or 6 things that are going to happen this year that are going to blow your mind as players, and that makes me very happy. But I can't tell you what they are because we haven't picked which 5 or 6 yet.
Like something that will really completely overhaul and improve the game itself, the experience. So maybe I'm thinking about a new map, a 5th and final map that I've been thinking, also wishing for many months now. I mean, not many months, because I was kind of patient 6, 7, 8 months after the Juggernaut Edition release, because you have to consider the Juggernaut Edition is just, let me calculate, I think, if I'm not mistaken, not even 10 months ago, and it introduced Providence Ridge, in my opinion, the best map in the game, which also has the best base in the game with the fenced warehouse, or the, what's the alternative name of that? I think, Western Builder Supply, yeah, that was the name of the base. Best base in the game, period. If you want to fight me, come on, we can discuss it in the comments, or you can actually watch my best base video, why it's the best base in my opinion. I mean, great location, you only need 4 men, 1000 influence, 2 large slots, 6 small slots, 3 parking lots, easy to defend in my opinion, has a nice setup, it looks nice, it looks very similar to the second best base in the game, the Squillone's Brewing Company, but that's another topic. Back to the topic, I'm very assured that the 5th and final map will be a thing. If it will be Trumbull Valley, I'm more than satisfied, because Trumbull Valley was great implemented into Heartland, but one small issue that I have with Trumbull Valley from Heartland is that it should be the Trumbull Valley from State of Decay 1, with the little area, the northwestern area, the military not playground, but the little military town, you get it, where the best base of State of Decay 1 was, at least in my opinion, in my experience, the range on the, like I said, northwestern area. That should be something that shouldn't miss within the Trumbull Valley map for State of Decay 2, or if they implement a 5th different map with snow, because snow could actually be a thing, as long as it's not constantly snowing or constantly raining, because, or hailing, something like that, because then you would deplete more of the resource, or they would actually use more of the resources, and they shouldn't animate, for example, wood or the ground as the drops splash on the ground, or add certain new effects. I mean, it's just an idea. A snow map would be more than awesome and give a complete new ambience or new feeling to the game, in my opinion. Then the other idea that I've been having, it's not my idea, it's something that Bundy had many months ago. He was talking about it for State of Decay 3, but this could also be an idea for State of Decay 2, a 4th new game mode. So, because the 3 regular modes, the Infinite, Regular, Legacy, Campaign as I like to call it, then Heartland was the second, the third one is Outbreak. No, not the Outbreak, Daybreak. Breakdown was the DLC for the first game, which was way better in my opinion. I never enjoyed Daybreak. Maybe sometimes with friends, but nonetheless. A 4th mode, which would be a PvP mode. Sorry, I can't even talk, because I'm not using a script like most of my videos. The only videos that I use a script are regularly, and even rarely, on rare occasions, the guides that I've been doing. Once again, it's not the topic of today's video. I'm just flexing and trying to training my English flow, my speechcraft, trying to improve my free way of speaking here. And what the idea is, actually, is a PvP mode similar to Vigor, for example, because this example was been drawn a lot of times, and those games were compared to each other by Bundy and Congrex's Prime, both great content creators, like I said, also focusing on State of Decay 2, because they talked about Vigor in comparison to State of Decay 2, similar game mode, but with zombies and PvP, actually other player enemies, so like DayZ. but in a mode like Escape from Tarkov or Vigor, like I said. So you have to start in a map, defeat other players, you gain your loot, your resources, stuff like that. And then as soon as you exit the map, surviving, you gain all the items, you gain extra XP, what am I talking about? Yeah, experience and other rewards. So that's another thing. And yeah, 5 or 6 huge ideas. So to be honest, we should be patient, very patient. It will be a great year with Undead Labs and State of Decay 2. This game is still not dead. They're still putting more effort into the game. It's still selling and gaining new players because the game has around 8 to 10 million sold copies, which is several millions more compared to SOD1. And it's well deserved, to be honest. They deserve it. Putting a lot of love and effort into it. They're listening to the community actually. So I'm looking also forward in 2, 3, I don't know, 4 years, because I'm very patient for that with State of Decay 3. Looking forward to what they're doing with that and how it will actually turn out to be, because this will be a huge competitor to other games like DayZ or Rust, Scum. Games like these will be well deserved for Undead Labs. The other things were just speculations by me, so I would love to hear yours, to be honest. So what's in your mind? The chat is open, comments below. I would love to discuss about it, and would also love to hear your opinion about the concept, the actual design of this video. If you would love to see more of these type of videos, me talking a few minutes more but without a script, just letting my inner thoughts out, just unloading my mental guns, and yeah, coming up more genuine and more natural, instead of just reading and like sounding, yeah, hello, I'm having a new idea, we're starting off from Undead Labs, they're just, yeah, stuff like that. It's just not my type, because 96-97% of my videos are completely unscripted, just like that, but this is not part of the topic. Like I said, look down in the comments, leave me your opinions there, and yeah, thanks for tuning in, have a great day, bye.